Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Thursday, and I am going to do a tutorial today on this look, which has just been my basic winged liner. I've got my mirror right here. Winged liner, my favorite lashes, the pebble, just all of my favorite things. And what I decided to do is I had gotten several new things that I was just going to wait and show you tomorrow. And instead, I'm going to show you today and use those things for the first time. I'm using a new lipstick, a new blush, a new bronzer that I got this week, some new brushes, and some different things like that. So if you'll stay with me, I'm going to be right back with the tutorial. Okay, so here I am in all my glory, and you can see how much lighter, which it really looks a lot lighter on camera. Let me sit back. So you can see that my face is a lot lighter than my body, and that's the way I like it. And so all I've done is wash my face and put on my eye cream. So I'm getting ready to use. What I thought I would do is, when I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you the products that I think are just a must-have and that I just am not going to be without. And this is one of them. It's the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, and it's in the color 1, which you might have trouble. They might not want you to get. Technical difficulties with my remote. Okay, so anyway, they might not want to sell you this one because it is the pink toned, and they might want you to get the peach tone. I can't remember, but this is the one I like, and I like it for just the darkness. It's a corrector, not a concealer, so there's a difference. And what I do is I use it for right there, that little dark section. So I just do a line right there and a line right there, and that's it. So it lasts forever, even though it's expensive. And here's my mirror. So and I just take my finger and just really, pat it in like that. I don't, I don't want it to go up into here. I want it to stay right there where I've put it. And you can see how instantly it improves that darkness. Like that. And then, like that, I usually give it just a few minutes to dry before I put on my Rachel K, because I want that to kind of just stay right there. So this is the Rachel K CC cream for anyone that is just joining me. It's my favorite BB cream, and I heard from them, and I should be getting this again in stock on my blog store. He said mid-August, which at first sounded so far away, but then I realized that's just like 2 weeks away. So I'm really excited about that because it is honestly my favorite. Every time I thought that I wasn't going to get it again, I kind of panicked and tried to find another one, and I've just never been able to find another one. So what I do is just take a little bit at a time, like about that much at a time, and I usually start, and you can right see here the discoloration and stuff I have on my cheeks, and this just kind of covers that up, and you work in little small sections, and that I think is the best way to do it, because then it fills in your pores even better. Like I work around my nose. And like I've said, don't think of this as your foundation. Think of this as just like a skincare, your sunscreen, and like a primer, because it just gives you that perfect foundation to put your, I use the Lauder Mercier. I try to just dab it under my eyes, and I do take it all the way up, like that. And then I usually start in the middle and then just kind of work it out, because I have a little bit of redness right between my eyebrows. Like that. And I usually just go all around my nose and everywhere just to make sure it's worked in good. So you can see that it's, it makes my skin really pale. But I love that, because then that makes it almost brighter when I put my real foundation on, which today I'm going to use my favorite, and this is one of my must-haves, and it is the Lauder Mercier Classic Beige. Now, you would have to find your skin tone color, of course. Natural beige and classic beige are my favorites. And so I usually just get some out in the lid. And my favorite brush to use for this is I just washed them last night, the Sephora It's the Sephora Platinum Professional. It says Airbrush 55. One of you guys told me that they had discontinued these and kind of remade them in another form. So I ordered that and just got it yesterday, and I washed it last night. Matter of fact, I ordered this, which is the Pro Airbrush number 55. So this is what took its place. And then I also ordered the Pro Professional Precision Powder Brush number 59, and that is this one, because this looked like a good comparison to this one, which is my favorite bronzer brush. So I wanted to have two of these. So today will be the first time of me using this, but I can already tell you it's just not the same. The bristles are, I don't know, maybe it is. They looked longer, but maybe that was an optical illusion because of the handle. So we'll see how this does, but I was somewhat disappointed that it was different because I love these so much. So I'm just praying that these, if I don't like this, that those hold up. So today we'll try out these two and see how they do. Okay, so you see I've got that in there, and I just take my brush and work it in like that. So I start where I need the most coverage and where I don't mind if it's the darkest, and that is right in here. And I work under my eye. Okay, and then get a little bit more. Okay, I admit it's working pretty good. And then I usually swing what's left from my face up into your temples. You don't want this section right here being too dark, because I don't know where I read this, but it's so true. When you age and you lose weight and stuff, that's going to kind of sink in anyway, so you don't want that sunk in any further, but you certainly don't want it white either. So I'm going to get a little bit more, do my forehead, and then just do my whole face. And that Rachel K just kind of helps it stick right to it, and it helps it last all day. And I just, probably spend just a few minutes just going around and making sure it's kind of worked in. I can see my skin's just a little flaky right there. I'll have to do my Clarisonic with my the Microderm tonight. And I see that the coverage is not quite as good. Let me get close. Right there I can still see some discoloration. That's pretty typical when I've already washed my brush. I've noticed that when I have used my brush a few times and it has, I guess because it's absorbing the mineral powder instead of depositing it the first time, and then the second time it works better. So I'm going to go over that little spot again and see if I can cover that just a little bit better. Okay, and then what I usually do is take what's left, which there's not like any visibly left, but I take what's left in here and run it down my neck. Like that. And that just helps it blend. And I've had so many of you ask me about my neck and chest area as far as skincare goes, and I'm so sorry I left that out. But I really don't do anything that's that great or anything. I need to get some more Egyptian magic. I used to love putting that on my neck, and I ran out. But what I've been doing is I do wash down my neck with the Dove soap, and I do take, when I do the Retin-A and the blender together, I do run it down my neck like that, but not all the way down, just kind of past my jawline. And I'll tell you, the best thing that ever happened to my neck was one time I got a peel. It was not the Vi peel, it was the Vitalize peel by, I believe it was Skin Medica, and I had a really, I'll say a really bad reaction to it, but in the end it ended up being good. But that peel, just, she ran it down to about right here, and it just erased any discoloration, anything at all. And it was just like a miracle. It just really made the skin on my neck feel really fresh. And then last year I did the Vi peel. I believe it was last year. I usually do a peel at the end, like in the fall, at the end of the summer. And that really will help your neck. Just get your skin fresh and keep it from looking crepey and stuff. But otherwise, the only thing I use on my neck is the Clarins After Sun Neck and Décolleté Cream. That's what I've been using. So, okay. So I would have to give this brush thumbs up. I think it's going to be good. And I do like the way it's longer because it fits in my little, this is what I have my face brushes in. And I do like it in there. So that is the Classic Beige. Now something else I've gotten new this week that I will try out with you guys today. I've been wearing it all week. And my friend Colleen that lives in Texas, she told me about this. And it is the Warm Bronze Mineral Powder from Laura Mercier. And I guess this would be compared to like Faux Tan or Warmth or something like that in the Laura Mercier line. It's just a beautiful bronze powder. And what I did is when I was taking the cover off, I just cut it so that only a few of the holes work. And I just take one little section like that. So what I use this for is contour and bronzer. So I'm going to use that other new brush today and we'll see how it goes. Oh, here it is. So what I do is take the brush and work that bronze powder all in the end of the brush like that. And then I go right in the contour area. And then I swing it up into the forehead and the hairline. And then I go back under the chin with what's left, like that, and then back down my neck on that side. So you can see that just gives a beautiful warmth and a little bit of contour. So I'm going to do the other side. And just a few little specks like that. Work it all in your brush, kind of even as you can. And then go into that, and then swing it up into your hairline. And then back down. And then under my chin. And then down. Like that. And then that pretty much has worked it all off the brush. Okay, right off the bat, this brush doesn't keep it isn't as pointed as this one. This one's more dense, so it keeps that point, and this one doesn't. So this one is still better when it comes to this. And this is the wonderful MAC 138. And this is the 59. So I'm not sure of the price comparison, but this is a good brush. I like it. Okay, I'm going to do, I think, just a little bit more for bronzing and contour. I'm going to do just a little bit more over here. Because when I'm tan on my body, I need to do a little bit more on my face. And the reason I do that is to get in that little, some people do that, I just always go like that because then I can see my cheekbone. And then I usually do just a little bit down my nose. The end, just like that. So I would recommend this. I love it. I've used it every day and it's so easy. Seems like it's not quite as messy as the others. Okay, now what I've been loving is the Laura Mercier Starlet Mosaic Highlighter. And I showed this to you guys a couple weeks ago. I think I have used it every day. I just love it. There's just something about those colors together. It's a rosy, a peachy, a dark, and a light. And I like to do my highlight before I do my blush because I would rather my highlight kind of come out from underneath my blush. So the brush I've been using for this has been the bronzer brush from Bobbi Brown. And I just swirl it in all the colors and go right over the tops of my cheeks like that. Then swirl it so you get all the colors and just go over the tops of my cheeks. And then I take it a little bit on here and I run it down my neck and across my just collarbone and on my chest a little bit. And that just makes sure décolleté looks so pretty. And if I'm wearing something sleeveless, then I'll just do just what's left. I don't put a lot, but if you just, it actually just kind of cleans up your brush and put it like that. And then you have your décolleté looking pretty. Okay, so that's that. Then my favorite blush brush lately has been my Christian Dior brush. Broke last night. I noticed it was getting loose on the ends, and when I was washing my brushes, just broke right off. So I'm going to take it back. I'm sure they'll give me a new one. But I've been loving the Bobbi Brown brush that I showed you guys. And after I washed it, it did get much fluffier. But see how it's tapered on both sides? To me, that is the key. Okay, this is a new blush that we're going to use today, and I could have sworn I ordered 3 of these. And when I opened my Sephora box, I thought I saw this one and I was looking for the other one, and I don't know if I thought I pushed the button and I didn't or what, but this one is the Sephora Micro Smooth Rose Emotion. And one of my subscribers, I believe it was Kimmy Witz, I'll put your name down here, but I think that's who it was, said that she used the Lorac Velvet Rope and Exposed and all of those, but that she loved these. She said they were just awesome. And when I looked at the reviews, everybody loved them. And they're 17, and it's got, I believe, a matte side and a shimmery side. And everybody says they like to swirl it together, and it gives a wonderful glow. So we're about to see. So what I'm going to do is, and what I usually do is do like that, and then I'll usually turn it around so that I'm getting a little bit of both on there. And where I like to place my blush, it varies. Sometimes I like to come a little bit further in, but typically I do it right here on this cheekbone, like that. And that just gives kind of like a glow, and that is gorgeous. I hope that you can see how pretty that blush is. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this, like this. I just kind of do it all around. And right on that cheekbone. Like that. Like if you come in a little bit further, like maybe right there. And that is it. And this is beautiful. I really do like that. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Rose Emotion. And I will be definitely getting, there was a guava one that I wanted to get, a few of them, so that is so pretty. Love that. I like this much better than the MAC Mineralized. It's just really, really pretty. Okay, and then I have a paper towel here. I would just wipe off my blush brush. And what I'm going to do now is spray my face with Fix Plus and stand in front of the blow dryer or the heater, and then what that does is takes all of these powders and everything I've put on and kind of blends it together and kind of bakes it in. And so I'll do that, and I'll be right back. So I just went and Fix Plus my face, and you can see that you know, just kind of blended it all together. And at the very end, I will do probably the, I brought it out here, the Makeup Forever HD powder. I usually do that down the lips first, just to make me feel better. It's one of my favorite lip pencils ever is this one, and this is a must-have. It is the Dior Linen. And there are probably other colors that you can get that are the same color, but this one just seems to last forever. Okay, so I go right on that little ridge of my lips right there. And what this does is it just accentuates your lip line. Doesn't really add a lot of color to me. And then I usually just press them together to just work it in, and that way it kind of just spreads it out like that. And then I make sure it's not going over any places, like right there or right there. Okay, and I got a new lipstick yesterday. And somebody else just told me about Estee Lauder coming out with a new collection, and I was just blown away by this collection of lipsticks. You've got to go see it. There were like 3 or 4 that I wanted, but I narrowed it down to this one because I thought, well, I will get this one and see if I really like the formula, because we all know you can like the color but not like the formula and the look of it, and that can be a deal breaker. But it is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Vivid Shine lipstick, and the one I got, Bridget's got one of Little Bubba's toys. It is the Brilliant Bear is the one I got, and it's just a real pretty nude, of course, because I have pretty much decided that's what I like the best. I think that's what looks best on me. So it's just a nice bear color. So let's see how that does. Yep, that is pretty. That is gorgeous. Very, very glossy, and I love it. It's got a good shine to it, and it just smells like an Estee Lauder lip gloss. But I love that it doesn't, I love that it's a nude, but it's not too opaque. It's still glossy. So that is really pretty. Wow, that's a winner. So that might be one. There's this one, then there's this one was kind of at the top right, and then there was one right underneath it that was a lot more pink, and then there's one at the top left that is really peachy color. It's real pretty. And then there was one right under that that was, I think, called Foil, that was really pretty, but I was scared it would make my lips look too liney, you know, like old looking. So this is gorgeous. I love it. I'm glad I got that. And I mean, just think about all the different liners you could put with this and change the color. So that is a winner. And I'm excited about that. There's nothing like a new good lipstick. Okay.